Richard Southern joins us with a look at the day's top business stories. And Richard, we begin with an optimistic outlook from the Bank of Canada.
Yeah, it's not often we start the business report with something optimistic, so let's do that, Janella. The Bank of Canada actually had some good things to say. We heard from the bank and its brand new governor, a man by the name of Tiff Macklem. He took over today. And Mr. Macklem said, you know what? I think the Canadian economy has avoided the worst possible economic scenario amid COVID-19. He said the crisis as well, in his opinion, appears to have peaked, at least again, economic. Just a few months ago, the bank was thinking that the economy, GDP, might fall 30% in the second quarter. Now it's thinking maybe 10 to 20%. Still not good, but much better than what it was thinking prior. It's expected the economy to start growing again come the third quarter, crediting all the government spending and the low interest rates for that. Janelle, the bank left the main interest rate unchanged today. So it was nice to hear something a little bit on the positive side.
I gotta say that actually surprises me a little bit because it still feels like we're not in the clear quite yet. A lot of businesses have shut down, a lot of people without jobs, and we're still kind of in the eye of the storm. We haven't even seen where the dust is really going to settle.
Try telling one of the millions of Canadians who have lost their job that, hey, that's not as bad as we expected. They're going to say it's pretty bad, and millions of Canadians have lost their jobs. But I guess the bank is saying it could have been even worse, Janella.
Got it. Okay. We've been seeing, all of the unrest south of the border, but despite all of that, the U.S. markets are continuing to grow.
I mean, this is the most astounding thing. Ever since late March, stocks have pretty much gone straight up, Janella, and they've done it in the face of the global pandemic. They've done it with this terrible economic situation we're talking about. And now lately, the last week, they've done it in the face of growing civil unrest in the United States. But you know what? We've seen this before. In the year 1968, we had very much the same type of upheaval we're having now, and stocks rose that year. I talked to investment expert Wolfgang Klein.
The market defies logic, but the market looks forward. So yes, the period in the 60s, the market had a social unrest, it had a war, it had questionable economic environment, and yet the market pushed higher. That's exactly what's taking place right now.
Janella, back in '68, before you and I were born, they had, the civil rights movement taking hold in the United States, MLK, Robert Kennedy assassinated, and they had something called the Hong Kong flu, which was killing millions. So very much the same as what we're looking at now, yet the Wall Street market was up almost 11% that year.
Interesting. Okay, back here at home, a beloved Toronto entrepreneur has passed away.
Yeah, this is sad. And, it's a company we interviewed here on the segment just a couple of weeks ago, Janella. Tom Brazier, who owned and operated Tiny Tom Donuts, has passed away. He was 73, Janella. Tiny Tom, of course, a staple at the CNE and other summer events. I got a statement from his family today, and it said, quote, Tom's family would like the city of Toronto. I would like to thank the city of Toronto for making us part of their summer tradition every year. The Brazier family will be carrying on Tom's legacy. We look forward to serving you his famous Tiny Tom Donuts soon.
So our condolences
there to that family,
but
Janella.
His memory will live on in those delicious Tiny Tom's donuts.
100%.